Now I'm cooking up a couple of bigger videos or longer videos on this channel as well, but today I just wanted to do a little update, something I thought was cool because I think many of you know I used to be a mega Fortnite hater back in the day. It also probably stemmed from the fact that I was a teacher at the time and I heard about it non-stop at the height of its popularity, but I did end up checking the game out eventually and I've made some videos on and off about it ever since. And Fortnitemares, basically the Fortnite Halloween event, has actually kicked off. And there's been a lot of these events I just haven't covered because I don't find them interesting, but this one to me is really cool. It involves things like a boss fight against Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, the ability to turn into Ghostface from the Scream franchise, and a lot of other weapons, including some very crazy ones. So we're going to talk about that for a couple minutes today, but I did want to say really quick, if you want to support my channel, I've been really, not to beg here or anything, but kind of dealing on and off with difficulties for a while now, and using our Fortnite code really helps our channel out a lot. If you have that input before you buy something in the Fortnite store, that's DJAY123. I appreciate that a ton. Just takes a minute to do. Sometimes you have to reset it after a week or two, but it really is appreciated, and there is going to be a lot of stuff coming in the shop as well, including a lot of classic horror skins, and Ash from Evil Dead is actually already in there. So I do have a question of the day for you though in general today, which is there a Fortnite crossover or event you would like to see happen or return? I can think of a lot of characters I'd like to see in the game for the first time, but if I wanted one to return, it would probably be the Dr. Doom event that season. I thought was super fun with Doom's Castle and everything. I really miss that. But looking at what they are offering this year and what is actually in the store and what is actually in the game, this is leading up to what could be a really cool season next season, which is rumored to be about the Simpsons, but nobody knows for sure if that's going to happen yet or not. What we do know is that right now though, there are a lot of characters in the game that are really fun to interact with. Like, for example, I ran into the legendary Mothman, talked to him a little bit, but even the Scooby Gang from Mystery Incorporated and from, Scooby-Doo shows, all those things, is in the game now. You're able to do little mini quests for these characters like Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and you're even able to have Scooby as a companion in matches, which I thought was really fun. Now, these events too, sometimes they feel really throwaway. Like the last Star Wars event to me, it just felt kind of meh. Maybe it was because it was just like 2 areas from the sequel trilogy, which is already my least favorite, but whatever. But it just didn't really feel very high effort. With this though, you're actually seeing things like a camp that is very similar to Camp Crystal Lake, where you can have an entire boss fight against Jason Voorhees. He'll follow you around the map, or at least around this area. The whole music that plays probably sounded terrible from me, but that classic horror music that plays, there's a version of that when he follows you around trying to slash you with a machete. Super fun. I thought things like that are very creative. Also, being able to do the quests for the whole Scooby Gang was really fun because it's doing things like helping Fred fix the mystery machine or helping Shaggy make a hamburger because he's hungry. It's just silly little fun stuff like that that really does fit. I guess I would say it fits right into Fortnite just in terms of being silly fun, but also it fits the characters. And supposedly they're going to be coming to the shop soon. I don't know exactly when, but that did leak a little bit ago. And I'm pretty sure that is happening considering they are actually in the game now and interactable NPCs. So if you're thinking about the Fortnite code, that's something right there to wait on that might be in there sooner than later. But there's other collaborations as well with this. Like, for example, there is a Wednesday Addams skin, which was not in the shop yet, from the show Wednesday, a Ghostface skin from Scream, the Jason Voorhees skin itself from Friday the 13th. If you're a fan of a movie like The Black Phone, they're going to have the Grabber, the guy who was the villain in that. They have some stuff from Poppy's Playtime, which I never really played. Art the Clown from Terrifier is going to be in it. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here, and they even said that you're going to be able to get the Mystery Machine van as well for a vehicle. So those are all obviously things in the shop, but you might be thinking, okay, what is there to actually enjoy that I don't have to pay for? That would be stuff like the Jason Voorhees boss fight, but also being able to go around and find these phone booths where you can transform into Ghostface, and you have a cell phone in one hand, or a telephone in one hand, I should say, and you have the knife in the other, running around stabbing at people. It's really fun, and it is a unique ability that's kind of, I don't know, if you played the DC season where Superman was in it, or you ever played the seasons where lightsabers were in it and you were able to use them to get, special abilities, or the Avatar, the Airbender, the Last Airbender stuff, it's kind of like that. Like, you pick that knife up and you transform into Ghostface, and it's essentially like playing as a unique character that has their own unique moveset. So I personally thought that was really cool. But in general, there was also actually a revamp of the map as well, where they replaced those 2 Star Wars locations that were on the map previously from the Galactic Battle season. And I'm going to leave a link, by the way, here to a GameSpot article that broke all this down. It helped me summarize it, even though I did play it on my own. It was helpful to have it here. So if you want to look at a written thing, I'll have that in the description under sources. But they replaced those 2 existing Star Wars locations with the creepy camps, which was actually it was inspired by Jason Voorhees' Camp Crystal Lake, and they replaced the Outpost Enclave with Freaky Fields. So I thought that was kind of cool. But there are other stuff as well. Foxy Floodgates, Shining Span, and Shiny Shafts, they all got pumpkin patches, things like that. There's a lot of decorations all over, including things like different posters regarding the Black Phone movie, the Scooby Gang. I saw Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, like I said before, on one of them. It's really just a fun little thing where even if you don't want to check out the actual skins in the shop or things like that, like you don't want to buy anything, I think there's enough here to jump back into and play around for a few hours and have a really fun time. Now, this is going to end on November 1st, which is when people expect the Simpsons season to begin. If it's real, that's going to be really awesome. I'm a huge fan of the Simpsons. If you are too, I also did cover kind of what happened to Simpsons video games a while ago, and I'd like to revisit those too sometime soon. But in general, to me, it's a fun season. Is it the most in-depth Fortnite event or season, type event I've ever seen? No, because we were already in the middle of a season, so there was already stuff in a battle pass like Halo and things like that. And also for me, I'm slightly annoyed with the game this season because as much fun as I've had with things like the chainsaw and stuff, my Fortnite crew completely glitched and didn't give me any of the battle passes or anything and wouldn't let me cancel it. So I've been trying to contact Epic Games on and off about that. So like for me, this is in a very weird time where a season was already going. I'm having issues with the game on the back end and my account, but I really do like the event itself. I think it's fun. I think it's at least worth jumping into for a couple hours. And you know what? They suckered me in, okay? Because they got me to get the K-pop Demon Hunters girls anyway. So they already won. They know what they're doing. I'm a sucker for crossovers. I know my weaknesses. I just think it's fun. Take a couple of my action figures, from different things and you put them together. I'm just going to have more fun. And that's kind of what Fortnite prides itself on and does a good job with. And I think this little event with Fortnitemares is doing just that. So if you enjoyed the video, you want to leave, like, subscribe, I appreciate you very, very much. I do have other videos upcoming on a lot of other topics. I know my channel can seem random sometimes because it's things that I enjoy and love. But I recently have been watching through Dexter, just finished all the seasons of that. I have some videos coming up. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Some more James Bond stuff, all kinds of content over here. Metal Gear, Silent Hill. Really, really do appreciate your continued support. And using that Fortnite crew code helps me out a lot. That Fortnite supporter creator code. So DJAY123. That helps me a ton if you use that. If you're interested in getting anything on Fortnite before you get it, putting that in and then getting it, I appreciate you. So thank you. We have other channels in the description down below. I have several others. I have a channel, JayRPG, where I cover RPG games. We have Magical Jill, where we do anime stuff. We have Degenerate Plays, where we play through games, podcast style, hanging out with you guys and have fun. And of course, as well, we do have our own store, cosmobunny.shop. Discount code DJAY123 for 10% off your first purchase. And actually, right now, there is a discount code, which is MOON, for 20% off your purchase for a sale that we are ending pretty soon here. So I would check that out. If that does expire though, DJAY123 is still there. You might be saying, well, what am I looking at? Well, these are coasters, keychains, trays, and more, all one-of-a-kind items made from recycled paper, from damaged books, and also from resin. So we take books that are unable to be sold or have to be sold dirt cheap due to damage. We take some of the stuff that survives from them, use it as a part of a piece of a new artistic piece, and then we recycle the rest of that book, and we use resin to create these things, lasting memories for your home, all kinds of fun stuff and decorations that you can enjoy. Hope you have a fantastic day, and as always, everyone, stay shway.